Okay, it is lunchtime today, and it's just a few hours since I had my oatmeal, and I am ready for a nice lunch. The wind is really blowing outside, so you might hear my wind chime out the window. The winter storm is starting to blow in, and so we'll get some rain and snow, but probably not no snow down here. So today for my lunch I have a simple hamburger on 9-grain wheat toast, and it is completely dry. There is no cheese on there. There's no mayonnaise or ketchup or mustard. It is just a plain burger on toast like Mom used to serve us when we were kids. I'm sure it was just old white bread or something. The old gold cup bread that cost like 59 cents a loaf. But that's how we got hamburgers back then. I can remember thinking, man, this is a piece of garbage. It needs a bun on it. But now that I think about it, I think those hamburgers were very, very delicious. So that's what we're doing today. If I had lettuce, tomato, onion, I would be putting that on there. But I would not be putting on cheese. I'm able to finally, say no to cheese, say no to a lot of things that I used to not be able to say no to, like potato chips, French fries, pasta salad, things like that. Corn dogs, you name it. But I'm able to be happy with just this simple little hamburger on 9-grain toast. No butter, no nothing like that. So, what are we watching today? I found another Bonanza to watch in the 3rd season. This is called The Wooing of Abigail Jones, and it's episode 90. There's 2 episodes besides this that I want to share from season 3 before I move on to season 4. So this is one I do remember some parts of this when I was a kid watching it. It's a comedy, and it involves all 3 Cartwright boys. And Adam Parnell Roberts does quite a bit of singing in this episode, and there's a specific song that he'll be singing. And I remember that specifically, and it would be years and years before I'd actually get to see this again. And I didn't really remember the storyline, but it's pretty funny. It's got some funny scenes. There's going to be a blooper partway into this that I noticed, but it's one of those kind of bloopers that they just went with it, and it really, I'll point it out before it happens, and maybe I'll be able to see it. So let's get started with The Wooing of Abigail Jones, episode 90. And here's Joe and Hoss riding to the Ponderosa.
It's a long day.
And there they are at the ranch, and we're seeing this bunkhouse here. We've never seen that before. And we probably will never see it again. Or that stable. I think we'll see the stable in another episode.
Dang sure am. I discovered something, yo.
What's that?
How to lose weight.
Yeah, how?
I lost 8 pounds last month, just bathed.
Hell, I ain't even know way you can lose some weight.
How's that?
Just take that hat off.
Oh, big deal.
That was kind of funny, wasn't it? So that's why the bunkhouse is suddenly there. Plays a key role.
Now, what's the trouble this time? Let go. Let go. All right, but what's bothering you? I'm unhappy.
Oh, he's unhappy.
It's a doggone good thing he ain't downright miserable. Tear up the whole race.
So this actor is an actor that my dad spoke of when I was a kid. And his name is Vaughn Monroe. Very memorable name, Vaughn Monroe. I don't really know of anything else he's been in, but he does a good job here. But, yeah, that's Vaughn Monroe. He certainly impressed my dad.
Well, it might not be a bad idea. We'll get him out of the bunkhouse.
You fellas don't understand.
I get you're afraid to ask.
I've asked her, all right.
Well, she turned you down. Fine, upstanding, young prospect like you. Who's this girl anyhow?
That burger is good.
Well, she's not exactly a girl.
Huh?
I put black pepper on it, but I didn't put salt on it.
It's Abigail Jones.
Abigail Jones?
I would certainly like some mustard and ketchup, onion, tomato, lettuce. Boy,
Charge from the holidays.
Perfect. We've got new vehicles arriving daily.
Excuse me.
goodbye.
Got it.
So it's still fairly cold outside. When I looked at the temperatures just a few moments ago, it was only 39 degrees. So that's why we could definitely see some snowflakes down here. Vaughn Monroe. I don't believe we'll ever see him in Bonanza again.
Abigail Jones.
I know, but that's what the man said.
What's the matter with Abigail Jones?
We're short-handed enough as it is. Who's going to drive the
Oh,
cab?
he ain't figured on quitting his job.
Oh. Oh, well, that's all right then.
But it's not.
Oh, you don't understand.
What's the matter?
Oh, Hank's in love.
Well, he'll get over that. What's for supper?
He wants to get married.
Well, happens in the best of families. Let's eat, huh?
Now, hold on, Adam. Things aren't working out for him.
Oh, what's the matter? Is the girl willing?
No, not exactly. You know, the fact is, she's holding out for some fancy courting. That's the trouble.
You're right. You know, Hank is the most romantic guy in the world. She wants to be wooed. She wants fancy talk and all the trimmings.
All the trimmings.
Adam, you're pretty good with words. Maybe you can help old Hank out, huh?
Now, you two leave me out of this.
Hey, now look at him. You're not taking this serious enough. Hank is unhappy.
When he's unhappy, you know how he gets.
Well, you got a point there. Who's the girl?
Well, ain't exactly a girl.
You can say that again.
See, it ain't exactly a girl.
The fact of the matter is, it's Abigail Jones.
Your kid?
We know Abigail ain't no raving beauty, but Hank says she's refined, educated, and she don't scare him like them painted up gals down the saloon do.
Yeah, well, she's refined, educated, all right.
Yeah, I can remember her history class. Boy, she used to get stuck in those romantic stories. John Smith and Pocahontas, Anthony and Cleopatra, Sir Walter Raleigh. Boss, that's it. Come on, Ross, we gotta find Hank.
Do you know what they're up to? I'm afraid I do. I hope I'm wrong.
But why do I have to use my best Sunday go-to-meeting jacket? Why can't I just use my everyday working jacket? You just don't understand, Joe.
Hank, come on over here and sit down. We go through this whole thing again. Sit down right here.
This is a good hamburger.
All right, here we go. Now, remember I told you Sir Walter Raleigh was a real nobleman, right? Now, one day...
A slice of cheese on there would be okay, but I'm able to say no to that.
Takes off his jacket, Hank, his best jacket. Takes it right off and covers the
Yeah,
mud
that's a
with
good
his
thing.
jacket so she can step on it.
Yeah, and you didn't hear him fussing about wanting to use some old work jacket.
Right. If it isn't a good garment, Hank, the whole thing is meaningless.
That's right, it's got to be elegant, Hank.
I know that's all right for him, but he probably has dozens of jackets. I only have one.
Hank, let's not forget, there's only one Abigail.
So Von Monroe must have been pretty big into the westerns, because that's about all my dad watched,
Where are you going to find a mud puddle in these parts?
other than Adam 12
You
and,
just leave the mud puddle finding to me and Little Joe.
All you
yeah,
have to do is be at that church tomorrow morning.
you know,
bright.
Dragnet, things like that.
However,
Well, real early. You know, Abigail's only the first to arrive. She sort of
Hee-haw.
for everybody else.
You don't suppose anybody else
Oh,
will
my
want to see
goodness.
this darn fool thing, do you?
not at this hour, Hank.
All right. I guess I can make myself go through with it.
Good. Hank, you're still sure you want to marry Abigail?
Sure, I'm sure.
All right.
Well,
I can't wait, Mom.
oh, there she is.
Today. Just a minute, I want to look at you.
Well, if you ain't just as cute as a button.
Not ain't, Mom. Aren't.
Oh, whatever
Well,
it
she's
is.
certainly
You shouldn't have
not
any trouble
unattractive.
finding a man in that outfit.
Is that all you can ever think of, Mom? Me landing a man?
Oh, you turned down 3. There aren't many more.
Dull, unromantic clodhoppers. And we've been all through that before. Don't dawdle too long.
Abigail, now that's just what I want to tell you.
Oh, Miss Jones, this is a pleasant surprise.
Oh, little Joe. My, how you've grown.
Yes, can I give you a lift someplace?
Oh, no, thank you kindly, Joseph. It's just a short walk to the church.
No, I wouldn't think it. In that beautiful dress, where you're liable to get all dusty.
I do declare. Certainly is gratifying to discover that some of the polish I've had to teach you little varmints has really stuck.
Oh, it sure has.
Just about done it, Hank. All we need is to fill it up with water. Here, you just
Hoff,
stand
the
back.
mud puddle maker,
Fresh dude outfit all messed up.
recognize the tune that's playing in the background. That will be a key piece of this show,
Fresh more.
this episode.
Oh.
Is there anything wrong, Joseph?
No, nothing's wrong. I just want to check the bridle, make sure. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you, Miss Jones.
You was worried about not having a mud puddle.
All right, everything's
Well,
fine.
it's the mud puddle, all right.
Fine.
Certainly it's kind of you to go to all this trouble.
I don't want you to think a thing about it.
Hey, Hank, get your coat. Get your feet.
They're going into an awful lot of trouble
Yep.
to help him out, but he is a good hand, apparently.
Oh, there. Hi, horse. Now, I'll hold the horse's head, Miss Jones, while you climb down.
Thank you, little Joe.
You're welcome.
Oh, little Joe, I think you better move him up a little.
Hold up a minute.
Why, Hank Myers, what on earth are you doing here?
Well, what I mean is, well, you see, I didn't want you to get your Danish slippers all spoiled.
Now, how in the world is that going to keep her from getting her slippers spoiled? That's so, it's deep.
It's just like Sir Walter
Oh my
Raleigh.
goodness. And oh my goodness,
My
what a
dress.
disaster.
Hank Myers, I never would have set eyes on you again. My beautiful dress. Oh, no. Oh, my dress.
Well, that's a failure.
I'm sorry, boy. I know it isn't fair to laugh, but every time I think...
Hey, Joe, give me another pancake.
Cupid and Cupid Unlimited. Free advice given in all affairs of the heart.
Very funny.
It ain't funny.
Listen, I'm sorry. I think it's a terrible thing to happen to a nice girl like Miss Abigail. I hope you apologize to her.
We tried to.
She wouldn't listen to a word we had to say.
I wonder why.
Now, what was that?
Oh, that's nothing. That's just...
See, the view out the window is different than it's a few episodes
Well, that is
ago.
no laughing matter.
Well, you said it was.
Awesome.
Oh, leave him be, Paul. He deserves a little relaxation.
At our expense?
Well, I don't know how we're going to stop him.
Well, I know how we're going to stop him. We'll fire him. That's how we'll stop him.
Oh, that wouldn't be right after he's worked for us as long as he has.
Well, nobody wants to fire Hank, but nothing else works.
Well, all right, we tried. The two of us tried, right? Right now, we would like to bow to age and experience.
Yeah, yeah.
By that, I assume me, Adam.
Yeah, well, I seem to remember when I was a pupil of Miss Abigail's, I used to get into trouble a few times.
Oh, a few times, huh?
All right, more than a few times. I got into trouble a lot of times. But the point is, Pa was able to go down and speak to Miss Abigail and straighten things out. And when Pa wasn't available, Brother Adam here was able to go down and do the same thing, and not without success.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Miss Abigail's always been so gone.
Mm-hmm.
What would you have me do? Marry Miss Abigail so Hank Myers would feel free to forget her?
No, not marry her, just propose.
What?
Yeah, but not for yourself, for Hank. Look, all the woman wants is some romance.
Yeah, Adam, there never was anybody better at slinging them romantic words around than you.
Oh, that's right.
Listen, if I so much as mention Hank Myers' name, after what happened, she'd just hit me over the head with a branding iron.
Yeah, well, you don't have to mention his name. Adam's not right there.
You just sort of sneak it up.
Then when you get her in a very romantic mood, bingo,
Mm.
you get a surprise.
Yeah, you say, Miss Abigail,
Well, that was a delicious hamburger.
everything that old Hank did, he did for love. He did for love of you, Miss Abigail.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Tennyson. But would you mind not teaching me what to say?
Oh, good, then you'll do it.
I didn't say that. How would you tell how ridiculous this whole thing is, huh?
Well, Adam, I think we ought to try something. Well, it's purely a matter of self-interest. We'll look at it this way. We have to do something about Hank before he breaks up our whole outfit.
You're seriously suggesting...
Oh, Adam, I wouldn't suggest anything. The final choice is yours and yours alone.
Adam is getting too involved in this, isn't he?
Ma, what is it, Abigail?
Guess what?
What?
You'll never guess. Never in a million years.
In that case, I better get back to the dishes.
Oh, no, wait. One of my pupils brought me a note today. From guess whom?
You're starting that again.
Adam Cartwright.
All right, we will end it right there and pick it up at dinner time. I might just make another hamburger at dinner time. I had several patties. Oh, I think 5 patties in the freezer. I had made hamburger pat. I'd bought a couple pounds of hamburger, and I cut them up into 3-to-1s, which is getting 3 patties out of one pound. And then for whatever reason didn't eat them. I just put them in the fridge, in the freezer, and knew they would keep in there real well. Oh, excuse me. And so I got them out and decided to have hamburgers for a day or two. So I might just have another one of those delicious hamburgers tonight. And we'll see. So we'll pick this up at 15 minutes. So, boy, all of a sudden now I wanna hiccup. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.